Welcome back, crew, to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature, typically down at Haulover Inlet, but today we're visiting Haulover's cousin to the north, BOCA, and it is a massive day. We've got an 18-mile-an-hour wind, heavy seas, very tight and compact. Our captains are probably going to have some struggles today. Going to be an interesting one to see how our competition fares. Let's go ahead and get our competition started, and we're going to jump right into the first round, where we're actually going to continue off from the first clip we saw in the opening, as the boats are going to toss an Everglades in the ring to go ahead and try and do battle with BOCA. As we saw in the opening clip, they did fine getting out the mouth of the inlet, but we've got some heavy rollers and breakers, as you can see here, once you get past the mouth of the inlet. And our crew, they're battling it as best as they can, and actually look pretty solid. For as big of a day as it is, they're doing a pretty good job of trying to get this boat out, but this tells you how big the day is when you've got bigger vessels out here waiting to try and line it up. And our crew, oh man, they get absolutely wrecked right here at the end. BOCA throws a haymaker at them and goes for the one-punch knockout blow and winds up landing it. Our guy in the bow of this boat winds up completely soaked, and it's one of the reasons you don't want to be in the bow. It can be a dangerous situation sometimes, especially on a big day like today. Here we're seeing the replay from the air cam, and man, our crew looks good, as we mentioned, all the way up until that last second where BOCA throws that heavy shot right here, and boom, the boats wind up taking a loss in the first round. And that's going to give BOCA the 1-0 edge after the first round of our contest. Here in the second round, the boats are going to toss a cruiser yachts in the ring to try and see if it can get them on the board. Let's go ahead and get this round started. And we can see our crews taking a nice slow approach as they start to make their way out of the inlet. I'd like to see them have just a hair more throttle to try and get this bow up, but it's a rough, intimidating day. Many boats are going to come out slow just by looking out here, because it's a scary sight to see this many whitecaps out in front of you. Our crew looks okay, but winds up taking a heavy shot from BOCA right there. Now, I don't quite think that one was a stuffing. It was just a heavy throw from BOCA. The crew continues to work their way out, and BOCA throws another shot at him. Again, they don't stop for this one. The boat continues on, trying to put up a fight to see if it can get the boats on the board in this competition, and the crew looks okay. They're starting to get past where the heaviest of the rollers are, and here comes one more shot, and again, BOCA's throwing everything it has at this crew, but BOCA's not been able to land that killer blow. The boat just keeps on fighting through as they try and work their way out. So far, this one's been quite the surprise to me. The way they came out of the inlet, I thought for sure we were going to see that big stuffing and this crew was going to wind up taking a loss, but it looks like they might wind up pulling off a win for the boats in this round. No! At the last second, they went over that wave and they took the light stuffing. Unbelievable. I thought this crew was going to pull it off, which was going to be an upset win for sure, as this is one of the rougher days we've seen at BOCA. Here we can see right there even, that one actually probably was a light stuffing as well. We didn't catch it on the front angle, but on the replay from the sky here, you can kind of see waves coming over the bow a little bit, but the boat put up a hell of a fight as it went through here. But it comes down here at the end. Here we're going to see in a few moments, the boat's going to come over the top of a wave. They've slowed down a little bit. You can see here the throttle's been backed off. And here they take another big shot from BOCA, and that's still not the full one we're looking for. But even that one, again, questionable on whether it was a light stuffing right there. From the backside, sometimes it's a little tough to see, but when we get this aerial replay, you can really see what's going on in the boat. And here we come, the big one that seals the deal. The vessel's going to come up here in a few moments, and it'll wind up nosediving right after this wave. And this one's no question for sure a stuffing, and unfortunately, this crew winds up taking a loss for the boats, and that's going to put BOCA Inlet up 2-0 as we move into the third round of our competition, and the boats have to take a win here. They're gonna toss a Sea Hunter in the ring to see if they can pull up and get on the board, and our crew's heading out of BOCA. Looks pretty good. Actually, this boat's got a great running attitude right here, trying to keep the nose high, and looks solid. Gets over the first wave right there, no issue. Oh no, a breaker! And they get absolutely pummeled. Our crew makes it over this first wave okay. They get about 3/4 of the boat out of the water, and when they land, they stay in the throttle, which really is the correct move, but just a curveball out of right field here. BOCA just slams them right in the side of the boat, and unfortunately, this crew's going to take a loss, and that means BOCA's going to take a win in this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we've got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.